The story of unshakable faith. Hello everyone, welcome. Today we are going to talk about an incredibly cool story. This is a story about a vow, a very simple vow that somehow managed to travel through multiple eras and, you heard me right, even defied the laws of physics. It sounds unbelievable, doesn't it? Let's dive right in to see what happened. Because this shuddering secret is a truth you've likely never heard before. The leap of faith. First, I want you to imagine a scene. You are standing on the edge of a very, very high cliff. You look down and it's a bottomless abyss. In a situation like this, what kind of power would make you, instead of being pushed, willingly and wholeheartedly jump? The answer might be completely different from what you think. What drove him to jump wasn't despair or a momentary impulse. It was something. How should I put it? A type of pure and powerful faith that completely overrode his survival instinct. Our protagonist, nicknamed Fatty, Stula, actually came from a great background. He was the son of a wealthy merchant in Savati. He was brilliant, a straight-A student of his time who mastered the 18 branches of knowledge. But after his parents passed away, he made a decision that shocked everyone. He let go of everything and went into the mountains to live as a hermit. One day, the moment that would change his life arrived. While meditating in a cave, he saw the Buddha passing by far, far below in the valley. In that instant, a powerful thought surged in his heart. I must see the Buddha. Right now. Here was the dilemma. Time was of the essence. If he took the windy mountain paths, the Buddha would be long gone by the time he reached the bottom. But there was another way, jumping straight off the cliff. Normally, that's a one-way ticket to death, right? What did he do? He didn't hesitate for a single second. Out of his pure heart for seeking the Dharma, he chose to believe and he jumped. At the moment he fell, a miracle occurred. The Buddha, knowing his heart, used supernatural powers to make the ground as soft as cotton. He landed safely, completely unharmed. Because of this earth-shattering leap, the Buddha not only accepted him into the monkhood, but declared him foremost in faith among all disciples. The echo of the past. But if you think the story ends there, think again. This shocking scene was actually just an echo. The Buddha then began to tell an ancient tale, taking everyone back through time to reveal the true cause. The other disciples were stunned. They couldn't understand how someone could have such immense faith. So, the Buddha explained that this wasn't the first time this had happened. In a past life, almost the exact same scene played out. The protagonist was a spiritual practitioner back then too. And to see a great immortal he respected, he jumped off a cliff. And guess who that great immortal was? It was a previous incarnation of the Buddha. This history was like a copy-paste. But even that wasn't the ultimate origin. We have to go even deeper into the past to find the very first seed that was planted. 的2万 year perseverance. The true starting point goes back to the era of the previous Buddha, Kassapa Buddha. Back then, our protagonist was a very diligent monk, but he hit a massive wall. Imagine this. He had 499 classmates, and every single one of them attained enlightenment and became an arhat. He was the only one who achieved nothing. Can you imagine that level of frustration? It was a supreme test. And do you know how long he persisted? 2万 years. In that era, human lifespans were much longer. For 2万 years, he kept the precepts perfectly and never slacked off. Yet he made no progress in his meditation. That kind of persistence is a terrifyingly powerful force in itself, isn't it? Then came the pivotal moment. As his life was ending, he condensed all the effort and persistence of those 20 virile years into one super strong aspiration. He made a vow. In the time of the next Buddha, Shakyamuni, may I be able to ordain under him, attain arhatship, and, like my teacher, become foremost in faith. So, there is your answer. That leap off the cliff wasn't a sudden one. It was the accumulation of 20 years of cultivation. A seed planted eons ago had finally bloomed. What does this mean for us? What is the significance of this ancient story for us living today? The core of this story lies in a word: vow power primitainer. Vow isn't just a wish. It's a powerful determination with a clear direction. In Buddhist philosophy, this force is strong enough to travel through time, like a blueprint for your future. However, there are levels to making vows. Masters teach us that while our protagonist's vow was based on pure faith for his own liberation, there is an even vaster vow, the Bodhisattva vow. This combines faith with wisdom, aiming to help all sentient beings reach enlightenment together. We can apply this power to our own lives in 3 steps. Cultivate faith. Believe in things that are good and valuable. Use wisdom. Think about what kind of future you truly want to create. Then set a clear goal or vow. Daily practice. This is the key. Consciously practice your vow bit by bit in your daily life. There is a famous saying in the scriptures that perfectly sums up today's theme. Faith is the source of the path and the mother of all merits. It nourishes all roots of goodness. Final thought. A single thought, a single vow can span tens of thousands of years and eventually become reality. Looking back at ourselves, every thought we have today, at this very moment, is actually painting a landscape for our distant future. What kind of landscape are you painting right now? This is a question truly worth reflecting on.